My best friend started dating my ex, then asked me to be his best man. I thought it was a joke at first. I even laughed when Tyler texted me, "Hey man, I've got something to ask. Big news is coming." But the next message knocked the air out of me. He sent a photo of him and my ex, Sarah, holding hands with a caption that read, "Guess who said yes?" Then came the punchline. "Also, would you be my best man?" I stared at my phone for a good 5 minutes, trying to decide if I wanted to throw it or laugh at the absurd. Tyler knew exactly how messy things were between Sarah and me. We dated for 3 years. She cheated on me with a coworker. Tyler was the guy who helped me move out, who told me she didn't deserve me. And now he wanted me to hand him the ring. I told him I needed time to think. He said he understood and hoped I'd be mature about it. Mature, right? For weeks, he kept sending me messages about tux fittings and wedding playlists like nothing had happened. I decided to say yes, not because I forgave him, but because I wanted to see how far this joke would go. The wedding planning group chat was chaos. Sarah pretended like we were old pals, asking me about cake flavors and decoration. I kept it polite but short. I was the ghost of their bad decision, sitting quietly in every conversation. But the real plot twist came when I realized she had reused some of our old plans. Same venue, same playlist, even the same date I once reserved for our wedding. Tyler didn't even know. That's when I knew how this story would end. Fast forward to the rehearsal dinner. Everyone's laughing, taking shots, and pretending this wasn't one giant betrayal dressed in formal wear. Tyler hugged me and said, "I knew you'd come around, man. You're my brother." I smiled and replied, "Always, bro." But inside, I was done being the nice guy. He'd built his happiness out of my heartbreak, and now he wanted me to celebrate it. The next day, I showed up early to help with setup. The wedding planner handed me the mic and told me I'd be giving the speech right after the vow. Perfect. During the ceremony, Sarah looked radiant in white. Same hairstyle she wore on our anniversary. Tyler looked like he'd won the lottery. As they exchanged vows, I watched her promise loyalty and honesty, words she'd once said to me. When it was time for the speeches, I took the mic, cleared my throat, and smiled at the crowd. "I've known Tyler for 10 years, I began. He's loyal, funny, and apparently loves recycling because he's marrying my ex." The room fell silent. A few people laughed nervously, thinking it was a joke. I continued, "But in all seriousness, I'm happy for you both. I mean, not everyone gets to marry someone who already practiced being engaged to their best friend." Sarah's face turned pale. Tyler looked like he'd swallowed glass. I handed the mic back and raised my glass. "To secondhand love," I said, then walked off. The silence that followed was deafening. I didn't stick around for the cake cutting. Later that night, mutual friends told me there'd been a huge fight between them after I left. Apparently, Tyler didn't know she'd kept our old ring design and just resized it. He stormed out of the reception. The wedding photos never got posted. Weeks later, I heard she'd reconnected with the same coworker she cheated with. Tyler found messages on her phone. He quit his job and moved to another city after everything fell apart. Karma didn't take long to collect its debt. I won't lie. Part of me felt bad. He really did love her, even if he broke the one rule of friendship you never cross. But another part of me felt free. I stopped being the guy people could walk over. Months later, a bartender noticed the silver ring on my hand and asked if I was married. I smiled and said, "No, it's not for love. It's for closure." Because closure doesn't come from apologies. It comes from finally walking away with your dignity intact.